Yo, dude, that's crazy. No way. Hold up. I think we might have just gotten a winner. What up, guys? Today, I think I might have just found the best side hustle for every single person out there if you're over 18, and that is scratch-it tickets. No, I'm totally joking with you guys. For today's video, I did want to find out whether scratch-it tickets are really worth it, and if they aren't, what is a better alternative place where you could place your money instead of buying scratch-it tickets. And in order for us to find out whether it is worth it or not, there's only one way that we can find out. Oh, and I do want to mention that before this, I had never purchased a scratch-it ticket before. So before going, it was only right to see which scratch-it tickets were recommended to buy so I could have a higher chance of winning. And after doing some research, I found that Monte Carlo, Cash Attack 2, and Maximum Black were the top 3 scratch-it tickets that were recommended to buy because the chances of winning were pretty high. One thing that I did not realize is that the maximum amount of scratch tickets you can buy is $125 worth. And so standing there for a few minutes trying to figure out why it's not letting me purchase any more tickets, I decided to call it quits because I was just holding up a line. So I decided to come back later and purchase the $75 worth of scratch tickets.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
As you guys can see, I ended up purchasing this huge, juicy stack of scratch-it tickets. And I know you might say this is a bit of an overkill, this is way too many scratch-it tickets. I mean, I've never purchased one before, so I guess go big or go home, right?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
No, on a serious note though, I think there's really only one way to find out whether scratch-it tickets are actually worth it or not. And I think the way to find out is to have a lot of different test subjects, if that's what you call it. And today I ended up purchasing a lot of different scratch-it tickets. I actually don't know how many. Let me actually find out. 7, 8, 16, 17, 33, 34. So I ended up purchasing for today's video 40 scratch-it tickets. And I'm not going to be scratching them all by myself. I'm actually going to have my wife do some of them. And reason behind that is because for some reason luck is always on her side. She's already won a few giveaways on Instagram, so who knows? And even though some of you guys might say this is an overkill, but believe it or not, according to a 2019 article from CNBC, an average consumer spends around $1,000 on scratch-its and lottery tickets in a year. So that comes out to $83 to $86 a month per consumer. The best test would have probably been if I would have spent $1,000 on scratch-it tickets just to find out what a consumer per year would get. I can't be spending that much money on scratch-it tickets, or I might have some problems for my wife. All jokes aside, the goal for today's video is I want to show you guys whether or not scratch-it tickets are actually even worth it. Maybe there's alternative places where you can actually put your money into. And today I ended up spending $200. Scratch-it tickets are something that I've always been very skeptical about. Reason why is because most of the people that I've heard that have played scratch-its, they really have not won anything. And if they have, it was maybe $5 or $10 more than what they purchased the ticket for. And even they said that they got pretty lucky with that ticket. So before we go any further into this video, let's dive in and see if we actually won anything with these scratch-it tickets. I want every single person who's watching this video to mentally think, what do you guys think I won from these scratch-it tickets? Or how much do you guys think I made? Or did I even break even? Did I get my money back? Number 36, so it looks like I just won $10. Basically, got this one for free then. Yo, dude, that's crazy. No way. There's no way. There's no way that I got you. Be honest, did I get you on that one? I think if I actually won, my reaction maybe would have been a little more genuine, but I think we just got another 5 times. Let's see what it is. So my wife just got another 5 times. And it's another 5 times 5. So this is already a $50 winner. Got it for 20 bucks. $50. Who knows? We might actually become profitable from these scratch-it tickets, but we'll see. Honestly, guys, this isn't a good thing, but I'm starting to feel like we're gambling over here. Getting that adrenaline going. So I hope all of you guys have your predictions in. Who do you guys think won the most money through these scratch hits? And let me just say, do you guys remember what I said earlier?
I'm actually gonna have my wife do some of them. And the reason behind that is because for some reason luck is always on her side.
Well, I think I called it, and I'm sure many of you guys called it as well. So let me just sum it all up for you guys. We ended up buying $200 worth of scratch it tickets. I got $100 worth and my wife did. No, let's start off with me. I ended up scratching off only $17 worth, unfortunately. But honestly, my wife really just came through. She ended up scratching off $83 worth. If we sum that all together, her 83 and my 17, the total comes out to $100. So to no surprise, we ended up having a negative 50% return on investment. I wanted to start off by looking at what the benefits are of scratch-it tickets besides them stimulating the economy. And if we look at the benefits, there really aren't many. All we really find are the things that bring a person temporary contentment. That's about it. For example, the anticipation of did you actually win or not? If you get lucky, you might also feel some adrenaline after you win. Besides that, I really could not think of any other benefits from Scratch-A-Ticket. There are risks to it. I mean, you could get addicted. The other thing is really maybe just you wasting your money rather than spending it elsewhere where, you could possibly actually grow and develop yourself. And honestly, knowing how much people spend on lottery tickets, I'm not surprised that, according to an article by PR Newswire, it is said that 54% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So to wrap all of this up, I really have to pose myself a few questions. The first question is an obvious question. Do I think Scratch-A-Tickets are really worth it? And to answer that question, I'm probably just gonna say it depends whether or not you want temporary excitement and gratification. Because I personally will tell you that this is probably the first and the last time that I'm ever buying a Scratch-A-Ticket. And with that, it leads me into my next question. What would I have spent the $200 on if I did not spend it on Scratch-A-Tickets? And to me, I think it's a very simple answer. The first thing that comes into my head is I would have probably invested the $200 into the stock market. To invest into the stock market nowadays, it's very simple. There are so many other platforms out there that let you do it for free. For example, Robinhood or Webull. If you're interested in getting a free stock, link is in the description. And with investing being so easy nowadays, all it really takes is a few clicks of a button and you have something purchased. An example of an investment in a stock market is the S&P 500. If we look at the historical data, we'll actually see that the S&P 500 averages to about 10% return on investment every single year. And yes, possibly there are some down years, like for example, beginning of 2020 or even 2008 when the stock market started falling. But if you would look at the data over time, you'll see that the average is actually 10%. I think the best thing to use in this example is to look at what I mentioned earlier. I mentioned that an average consumer spends around $1,000 a year on different kind of lottery tickets. So if we were to take that $1,000 and see how much it would turn into in 5 years, we have to remember, we would be investing $1,000 every single year. So if we were to look at this chart that I have in front of me, this is a little chart I made just to show you what your money would be in 5 years if you were to invest that $1,000 every single year into the S&P 500. So as you can see here, if you were to invest $1,000 this year, at the end of the year, you might be looking at a profit of $100. If you were to invest another $1,000 next year plus the $100 from the prior year, your return on investment, this is the calculation I made. I basically took this 2,100 and I multiplied it by 10, which is a 10% return. Then we would be looking at a $210 gain next year. And so we would add that $210 on top of what we had last year, what we invested plus the 1,000. If we continue calculating that, by year 2025, we would be standing at $6,105. And we have to remember, what is our initial investment? So if we invested $1,000 every single year for 5 years, we would have invested $5,000. And after 5 years, we would have $6,105.10. So as you can see here, yes, in 5 years, you might also say,
$1,100 is not a lot.
but I think it's better than having having $6,100 than having nothing. Because I mean, if you would have invested into scratch tickets, yes, maybe you would have won $2 here, $50 there. Maybe you would have gotten lucky and won $1,000 one time. But still, it just doesn't add up, and it doesn't really make sense to buy these scratch tickets. The other place that I think a person could probably rather spend their money, or that I could have spent my $200 on, was probably start a business. For example, you could start a dropshipping business. For those of you who don't know, dropshipping is basically you buying a product from like AliExpress and then selling it to a consumer here in the US. And instead of you having that inventory on hand, what you do is you take an order from a consumer and then you directly ship it from AliExpress to the customer. Another easy business that I think any person can start is mowing lawns. And I think you'd be actually surprised how many people would actually agree if you were to come and offer to mow their lawn for 20 bucks. And the third thing that you can do is personally my favorite, which is flipping items. As you guys know, on this channel, I released a few episodes of where I flipped couches. And honestly, it's not hard to begin. I can tell you 100% that you can easily find a couch that is less than $200 that won't require even a lot of cleaning. And if you haven't seen my videos on couch flipping, I'm gonna have a link pop up right here where you guys can go and watch it, where I made profits upwards of $500. And like I said, it doesn't have to be couch flipping. It can be many different things. You can go to garage sales, you can go to different thrift stores, and you can just purchase things and then go ahead and just sell them on Craigslist, on OfferUp, on Facebook Marketplace, and you can also post it on eBay. And so what I plan on doing with this channel is actually I want to start a series where I want to turn in $200. So basically this $200 that I spent on tickets, my goal is to turn it into $100,000. And I'm going to try to do it in many different ways. I'm going to try out different side hustles. I'm going to continue flipping many different things, including couches. That's definitely not going away. And who knows, I might even start a few businesses to see how quickly I would actually be able to get to that $100,000. So if you are interested, I definitely recommend you subscribe and stick along me through this journey. I will highly, highly appreciate it. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, до свидания.